Hello, this is Shanny from Happy Hour News. This episode may contain graphic subject matter that might not be appropriate for all listeners. Be advised. So,
all right,
let's do a little something different. The bar is open.
Sit back, grab a cold one, and get ready for the news you didn't even know you needed.
From the frozen wasteland of western North Dakota to the tropical playground of Florida, it's time for tales of wonder and amazement.
Put the kids to bed and pour yourself a drink.
Lock the doors and close the blinds. Break out the cocaine and hookers.
It's time for Happy Hour News.
Holy shit, everybody.
We're back.
Welcome back to a fucking amazing episode. Another one, multiple camera angles. If you didn't notice, fucking got wife. I didn't introduce
recognize
her.
His wife.
I didn't introduce her last time, and people got confused at who she was.
Yeah, who was it?
Evidently, I sound like a 12-year-old boy.
You do now that you say that.
You sound like the
But
Mrs.
the thing
Pants
is, women's voices are used to voice teenage boys all the time in animated films for that very reason.
There was, you remember Rocky and Bullwinkle?
Yes.
Rocky was a girl.
I can tell.
Yeah.
Nice.
And so Bart Simpson. Like that kid.
Oh, Nelson?
Nelson, yeah. He's the same one, Bart. Same voice.
That one girl. Okay.
Yeah.
So you're a 12-year-old boy, apparently.
Trapped in a full-grown woman's body.
I like being a woman. I've always been curious about being a man, but...
You'd do the helicopter constantly if you were a man, wouldn't you?
Well, I grab my boobs, so yes, I probably
I grab
would.
your boobs, too.
Yes, you do.
I grab my boobs.
You know what? Speaking of boobs,
Yeah.
I was on the forklift today, and I was running around the yard, and I felt my man boobs jiggle.
Uh-oh.
It hurt.
Yeah.
Does that hurt when your boobs jiggle, or is it?
That's why we wear sports bras that hold them to our body, because yes,
They do hurt.
Hurts.
What was that on Seinfeld? Costanza's dad and who's the goofy guy? Kramer, yeah. They were going to go into business. They were going to make bras for men. We're going to call it the bro.
Yes, the brosier.
The brosier, yeah.
I remember that.
I remember that episode, yes.
Yeah.
That's a good one.
So, I got man boobs. You sound like a 12-year-old boy. Sanchez, what's your story?
I don't know. I got a micro penis. The older you get, the smaller it gets. I don't know.
Or is that just because of your big belly you can't see it anymore?
I think a combination of my weight and my
lack of penis.
Lack of testosterone.
Penis.
Yeah,
that's what they call it.
Well, men do go through a menopause of their own.
Don't you talk to me in that tone of voice.
They also PMS too.
Yeah.
Welcome back, everybody. Another episode, Happy Hour News Team. Oh, man, we've had more emotion in this household in the last hour than I've had all fucking month long. It's been nuts.
What you saw when you come home, I do all day long.
You said she's an angel.
She's an
angel. As soon as I get home, I get the death look and the scream at the top of my lungs, and I'm going to hide inside the cushions of the couch, and I bury it with blankets. It was awesome.
Yeah, well, you don't exactly react really great either. You seem to take it personal, and it's not.
Yeah.
I mean, you go in and say, well, why is it when I come home when it isn't when you come home? It's like that all day long. You only see it when you come home.
Yeah, probably.
Yeah, no, it's that way all day long. I mean, off and on,
You got to pick your battles.
Yeah.
Well, that's why I come down.
Well, you know how it is. When you're here on a weekend and you guys are hanging out together, things, because it's stretched out over a couple of days, it doesn't seem so intense.
Well,
when you're at work all day, when you're at work all day and you come home and you get it, it's all condensed into one shot, and then it seems like it's personal.
It's all condensed into 1 hour.
Yeah, and it's not personal. It's just a 4-year-old acting like 4-year-olds act.
It's personal. She hates me.
No, she doesn't hate you.
She loves her daddy. She tells me every day that she loves her mommy, she loves her daddy, she loves her Uncle Sean, and she loves her grandma and her grandpa and her grandma Bobby and her aunts and uncles and all her cousins. She tells me this shit all the time.
She's adorable.
Yeah, and she knows she can have more than one best friend
and more than one cookie.
And
right,
more,
Sean?
That's right, more than one cookie. Because
Right.
one cookie is a piss poor freaking dose for cookies. I got to tell you.
Well, like I said, welcome back, everybody. That was our little fucking spiel we do all the time.
Yeah,
we had a little, interview, or we had the ACT podcast on our last show, and we got a little feedback from them on their last podcast. And it's nice to see everybody connecting. I mean, I want to congratulate Pixie and Mr. J next on stage 1 for hitting 2,000 fucking downloads.
2,000.
Wow, nice.
In 25 episodes.
I would say, obviously, your man boobs ain't big enough.
My man boobs aren't big enough because, goddamn, I got to start eating more. More donuts or whatever the fuck,
Let's not increase the cholesterol now.
Fuck yeah. Increase everything. All intake. Less output, right? Right, Sanchez?
There you go, yeah.
That's how you got your man boobs.
I earned mine.
Yeah. A few years I'll have mine. Maybe you'll have to buy me a man's ear.
You'll have to start wearing bib overalls so you can breathe.
Always borrow one of my bras.
I ain't going to have that big of knockers. If I do, then we got problems.
All right.
Or I got problems.
So what else has been new this week? Anything?
HappyHourNewsTeam.com. Yeah. We got stickers.
Oh, that's right. We got stickers.
Nobody's fucking emailed us.
Nobody gives a shit. We're just going to start sending them out randomly. I'm thinking about buying a mailing
whole
list.
Fucking box of stickers.
1,000 of them we bought.
I left some at work in Hebron on Tuesday.
I'm thinking about
they're gone.
Buying a mailing list.
Taken by the children, I'm sure.
And just start randomly fucking mail them all over the country.
Speaking of children, do not let them listen to this podcast.
Yeah, this isn't for kids.
They can have our stickers, but they cannot have our content. Okay? So if you're going to listen, make sure your earbuds are in.
Right.
Or
the little kiddies are asleep or at school. Or
they're deaf. Then you can listen around children. If you run a deaf school, listen to Happy Hour News Team. Kids won't mind a bit.
It'll drive them crazy because they'll wonder, what the hell is he smiling at?
Another little side note, Anthony from the ACT posted something on Twitter. He said, this is the best fucking audio, or best clip of video ever. And it was 2 deaf people fighting.
I want to see that now.
Were they they were arguing, not
they were
fist
arguing.
fighting.
Well,
okay.
the guy grabbed her by the throat, and, and he and yeah.
Well, I was wondering, how can you fight and then do sign language?
Oh, it was all sign language, moaning and groaning, and he grabbed her by the throat, and it was, I thought he was going to smack her up, or she was going to smack him up. It was pretty intense.
Wow.
Yeah. So, yeah.
Okay.
Another plug for you, Anthony, man. I hope you keep listening to our show even though you don't like it.
Even though
you don't like our format. So, speaking of our format, what do we got here? We got a Florida woman
accused of drunkenly stabbing sister with an EpiPen because she says she's allergic to drunks. I think that if you're going to use the EpiPen on an allergy, you got to
do it on yourself.
Yeah, do it on yourself.
Yes.
But repeatedly stabbing her.
It only works once.
Yeah. Well, so there is a looks like a video, but we don't know if that's what it's about. We'll make sure we get links up on the website. The Florida woman allegedly woke her sister up by drunkenly stabbing her with an EpiPen Thursday night, then explained to police that she's allergic to drunks. Joanna Zielinski, 62, was booked into a Collier County jail on 1 count of domestic battery Thursday, according to arrest records. TV station reports that the sister was drinking with Zielinski then went to bed, woke up sometime later to Zielinski repeatedly stabbing her with the EpiPen.
So she was fucking...
Yep.
Okay, here's the thing about EpiPens. You have to use them correctly in order for them to work.
Well, then you get one shot, right?
You get one.
Yeah.
You hold it in there for 15 to 20 seconds. All right?
Right, until it's fully discharged.
Until all the shit's out of there.
Right.
All the epi.
Right. Epinephrine.
But she kept stabbing her, huh?
Yeah. Well, she wasn't.
That's got to be annoying as fuck because...
You think?
To be stabbed with a tiny pin? Yes.
I mean, that needle's probably a 1/4 inch long.
Was that all?
Yeah. Because it just goes in.
So it just goes subdermally, right?
Yeah. In your muscle.
Yeah.
I mean, it.
Well,
Gotta
we
get
used,
through all
we,
that
used, we used to
clothes.
have injectors. They were atropine injectors when I was in the service in
1925.
no, in the 70s. It was for it was for nuclear and biological warfare. It was a self-administered thing, and that needle was about 2 inch and a half, 2 inches long.
Why would it need to be that long?
I didn't make it. All I know is that's how long it was.
Maybe they gave you the wrong.
Back in the
fucking
70s,
needle.
they
No,
wanted to make sure it was good stuck in you really good.
Yeah.
So it was not going anywhere.
It was because they'd pop it. I mean, they had like demonstration models.
It was an auto inject.
No, it was you'd go like that, and it pushed back a little thing, and it popped, and the plunger went down, and the needle went in, and you'd hold it there. The chance, I mean, if you really had to use it for what it was intended to use for, you're probably not going to live anyway. You might live long enough to fire off a few more rounds, but we're talking military.
Rounds.
Yeah.
Well, if I'm thinking I'm on my deathbed, I'm going to fire off a few other rounds. I got to inject this shit in me. I might as well rub one out.
As your skin's burning off your face.
I need to go with some pleasure. What the fuck? So what happened? Did she die?
I don't think so.
You got the reins
I don't
tonight.
think
I'm
you can die
fucked
from
up again.
epinephrine, can you?
Let's see. Oh, that's it. That's where the short story stops. She's doing court on March 1st. So it doesn't say anything about anybody dying, so she must have survived. I'm thinking that one shot of epinephrine might have some life-threatening, I mean, if you're a perfectly healthy person, is one shot of epinephrine going to hurt you?
Well, it's just like adrenaline.
It's like a big super antihistamine shot, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. So
I don't think it'll do it. You might get sick.
You might get sick,
but
anyway, so at worst case scenario, she got one shot of epinephrine. If
not
a whole
even
shot.
if she didn't hold it in, if it was an auto injector, you got to hold it in for a certain amount of time.
And it might even have been spent already for all. It doesn't really say. But anyway, Florida woman.
Florida man, woman.
What a waste of an EpiPen.
I'm telling you, because those things are like stupid expensive,
Yes,
huh?
stupid.
They just had that guy, that Scarelli or whatever. He bought that. He bought it was a president of a company that was making them. And he raised the price from like $200 a piece to like $700 a piece or something. Yeah.
Just like insulin too.
Then he bought the one of the last or only recordings of a rap album. Was it Two Live Crew or one of them? Seriously. No, he bought this like super rare album of this rap. It was either Two Live Crew or Wu-Tang Clan. And he frickin' destroyed it. Yeah. Or he said he was going to destroy it. It was like the only copy there. It's something like a $400,000 record.
What?
And he bought it.
No shit, and he just destroyed it.
Well, he said he was going to. I don't know if he did or not.
Well, you always see
didn't
those
like
people.
their music.
When those new game consoles come out, you got your Xboxers and you got your PlayStationers, you got your Sony and Microsoft, are battling, blah, 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 blah. Fuck Microsoft. But anyways, when the new Xbox comes out, you'll see these fucking Sony people or whatever. They'll buy one just to go out into the parking lot and
smash it to pieces, yeah.
On video. Say, hey, look what I did. I'm so fucking cool.
Yeah.
Dude.
You just wasted $600.
You just blew X amount of dollars for what?
Well, that was like the Dixie Chicks when they spewed their mouth off when Bush Jr. was president. And they said, well, we're ashamed to be from Texas because he's from Texas, all that. So, the people, the hard right wingers, they all got upset and said, whoa, we hate you. So they all went out and bought Dixie Chicks albums so they could burn them. They had like a super really big spike in album sales when they did that. Because people were just breaking them and burning them.
That's the same thing you remember with the Yeti coolers. People were taking those Yetis and just blowing them up because they were like...
Oh, yeah, too expensive?
No, they were like total fucking super right wingers. They were... I remember because
did Yeti I can't remember. I thought Yeti was against or for something.
Yeah, against the NRA.
Oh, okay. So they took a position they didn't like.
Yeah,
right?
they took a position, and then all these.
So they went out and they bought $400 coolers.
And blew them up.
Good for Yeti.
I had a guitar player in a band once, and
see, that's the difference between left wing and right wing. See, left wing just won't buy them. You know, they'll say, fuck you, we ain't buying your shit. Thing to do. Right wing will buy all they can get so they can destroy it.
Get rid of it.
I entered a raffle for a Yeti cooler, and my guitar player at the time's like, yeah, you win that, we could go blow it up. I'm like, why? It's a cooler.
Yeah. It's expensive, nice cooler.
Yeah, and I paid $1 for the goddamn ticket. Why the fuck would I blow it up? Oh, yeah, you have to. I mean, they're against NRA. I'm like, but I'm not. I'm not against Yeti either. I don't give a fuck how they stand.
Right. They got every right to stand that way.
If I can get a fucking 6-can cooler, Yeti
for
cooler,
$1.
For $1.
Yeah.
I ain't sure fucking
so you can't even buy a 1-can cooler for $1 if it's a Yeti.
Well, I might be it might have been a $10 ticket, but I was like, fuck, still, man.
That's a $60 cooler, easy.
Yeah.
And I just didn't understand the logic. I kept, poking the subject, and I was like, well, how does this make sense to you? Buying a $400 cooler and then blowing it up because you're
to make
against
a statement
what they're not supporting or whatever.
Because they have it
in their mind that that's making a difference.
Well, it's circular.
What they forget.
Circular logic.
What they forget is that when you buy a product, you are supporting them.
Right.
Whether you blow it up or not, you are still supporting their business. So they thank you for your stupidity.
Be stupid.
Please be stupid.
And just so everybody's clear, okay, this is America.
Do what the fuck you want.
Do what the fuck you want. If you want to go out and spend that money and destroy it, that's fine too. But just remember that everybody has the right to say whatever the fuck they want, no matter how much you like it or don't.
Go buy that cooler, blow it up, and I'm going to make fun of you till the fucking sun goes down.
That's stupid.
Don't forget your tannerite.
That's right.
Hey, I saw some video of some hunters down in Texas using tannerite for wild boar hunting.
Oh, yeah?
They'd have a feeder, and they'd have, probably, 10, 20 pounds of tannerite on there, and they'd wait till about half a dozen wild boar come up, start feeding, and then they'd fucking blow the fucker up. I kind of felt bad for the pigs.
Well, I
feel
bad for them too. I mean,
but just for a minute. I mean, I'm sure they went off and finished them off. But you know how much bacon that is?
That's a lot of bacon. It's not as good a bacon as what you got.
Wild boar isn't that good.
It don't matter. That's fucking hog.
Yeah, I know. Yeah, I'd eat it.
I'd eat the shit out of it.
Yeah.
But they're a nuisance down in Texas, so
so that's
totally.
Well, my only concern is that some left wing, asshole's going to make a big deal out of it. But they're going to say, well, you can't. That fucking tannerite is dangerous. We got to control that. You can't just sell it to people. That'd be my fear. Because people going out there advertising.
Oh man, if you mix it in the right proportion, you can blow some shit up.
Oh yeah, well it's an explosive.
Yeah,
it's binary explosive. I mean, the only reason it's you can like go to the store and buy it is because it's binary. It has to. Be mixed. It has to be mixed,
and it has to be ignited with a projectile.
Right. Yeah, it's got to be percussion ignited.
But still, you can blow some shit up with tannerite.
Didn't we take pretty good care of that oven or whatever it was out there at Jesperson's?
Was it a washing machine?
Something. It went way high in the air.
It was a microwave.
Was it a microwave?
It was a lot of things, I think.
There was a lot of things.
It went up in the air.
But the one thing, all right, we have a new segment here at Happy Hour News. It's called Don't Fucking Do That, all right? It's been inspired by the Gorilla Glue lady, of course, and countless other people that just fucking do stupid shit. And you know what? It's not only for your benefit, it's for your family and everybody who loves you.
Humanity.
Right? Humanity.
For humanity's benefit.
So we had a cold streak that fucking just blasted through the fucking U.S. here just recently. And a lot of people down in Texas and those southern states that aren't used to this, their power grid can't keep up. They fucking got cold. Pipes froze. Fucking shit went south.
I'm suspect they all got electric heat too.
Well,
I mean, because that's the cheapest way to go if it doesn't get cold very often.
Yeah. So we have a little segment called "Don't Fucking Do That." All right, so Sanchez here. What happened to this Texas family?
Well, down in Texas, family hospitalized, and they're lucky that they were only hospitalized after using charcoal grill to heat their apartment. Bad idea. Harris County, Texas. Amid dangerously cold temperatures in Texas, a family near Houston was hospitalized for carbon monoxide poisoning. 6 people, including 4 children, were taken to an area hospital on Monday afternoon. 4 children. The family lived in an apartment building and used a charcoal grill to heat the unit. Please remember, never run a generator or grill inside your home. These produce carbon monoxide, which is deadly, colorless, and odorless gas, not to mention explosive as hell. The state is experiencing an unprecedented shortfall of electric generation, and over 3 million Texans are without power as of Monday afternoon, with officials warning the outage could persist into Tuesday and beyond, because they're still out of power.
They're still, yeah.
This story is a few days old. Each year, more than 400 Americans die from carbon monoxide poisoning, according to the Centers for Disease Control and Prevention. How to prevent carbon monoxide poisoning? First of all, don't light any fucking charcoal inside your house. I mean, that's just a fucking no-brainer. Check or change batteries in your carbon monoxide detector every 6 months. If you don't have a battery-powered or battery backup carbon monoxide detector, buy one.
Well, what these people were doing, they didn't have heat, so they lit a fucking grill.
Yeah, they lit a charcoal grill.
A charcoal grill.
Charcoal grill, yeah.
And I'm not saying a propane grill would be any fucking safer because you just don't fucking know.
Well, it doesn't give off the carbon dioxide. It gives off carbon dioxide.
Dioxide, which still can suffocate you.
Well, yeah, it displaces oxygen. You'll die of lack of oxygen.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. But, fucking contacts. God damn it. But yes. Finish reading off those fucking things.
All right.
Yeah, this is a good PSA.
Get your heating system and water heater checked. Any gas, oil, or coal-burning appliance serviced by a qualified technician every year. Keep vents and flues free of debris. Debris can block ventilation lines. Never leave a motor running in a vehicle parked in an enclosed or partially enclosed space, such as garage. Never run a motor vehicle generator, pressure washer, or any gasoline-powered engine less than 20 feet from an open window, door, vent, or where exhaust can be vented into an enclosed area. In other words, use your fucking head, people.
Exactly.
This stuff was meant to be used outside for a reason.
Make sure your shit's away from the house. Make sure it's not blowing in the window. Make sure you're not burning shit in your house. I mean, if you got a fireplace and it's working properly, or a wood stove, that's one thing. All right. If you know that gas is being vented up the chimney.
But a charcoal grill.
A charcoal grill,
No.
Well, charcoal.
I'm gonna pull that audio of her, the Gorilla Glue lady, saying it's a bad. That's gonna be
bad idea.
That's gonna be our button for this
our
episode.
mantra.
Yeah.
It's entirely preventable. And, and I don't personally have some experience with this, but I was working for a heat outfit in Colorado years and years ago. And they installed a new furnace in these people's house, and it wasn't vented properly. And it was the company I worked for. And they installed it in their crawl space, and whoever put it in didn't vent it properly. And all 3 people in that house died from carbon monoxide poisoning.
Oh, jeez.
In the night. He went to sleep and never woke up.
Bad idea, folks.
Yeah.
But any family, friends, anybody out there, listeners in Texas, you guys just been taking it in the ass here recently with that accident, now with the cold. Fucking stay safe, people. We love you. Keep listening. Stay warm.
Do what you can.
Last segment of the fucking video. We have this douchebag.
This face.
Remember this
right
fucking guy? I don't know if I can superimpose this picture, but we can remember the fucking Attorney General of South Dakota fucking coming back from a party, killing a guy on the side of the road.
I swear it looks to me like the way he's got that grin on his face looks to me like he would just clean you up with his tongue.
He's got that Mona Lisa smile.
He's got that Cheshire grin.
But we've been keeping everybody up to date on this because we just think how fucked, most bigwig, just fucking, just people in the higher ups just getting away with murder.
Privileged. People who are truly privileged.
Getting away with murder Well, this guy's no different.
Yeah.
What did he get away with, Sanchez? What
Well,
were his charges?
His charges were careless driving, operating a vehicle while using a mobile device, and driving lane violation for driving outside of his lane.
And he was on his phone.
Well, the thing is that what it says is that was while Ravensburger was using his mobile device, he was not using it at the time of striking Joseph Bover. Prosecutors say Rose Ravensburg was not distracted, according to evidence from the investigation. Ravensburg's phone was locked 1 minute and 15 seconds before impact. All right, so he was charged with these crimes, but at the same time, they're saying he's not guilty of them. I don't. Because he's charged with distracted driving.
Why don't they say he just had an Alford plea?
Well, because they gave him the least they could.
With still giving him something.
And still giving him something, so the people just didn't absolutely come and burn down the frickin' station.
They still should.
I'm in shock. I'm sorry.
Yeah.
They still should. I mean, I'm
reading
not
on.
condoning. You know what? Hey, fuck. Do not go burn anything.
So
right?
here's what this last line just boils my fucking ass. Beadle County State's Attorney Michael Moore said he spoke to Bover's family, the person who died, Thursday morning. He says the family doesn't love the decision, but that they have to follow the law. You know, it's like they don't like it, but fuck them. We don't care.
No,
That's
you
just
know
the way
what
it is.
line that fucks up my head the most is the second one after one. The one where they tell how his phone was locked. Hyde County Deputy State's Attorney Emily Sovell says that a manslaughter charge cannot be brought simply for poor driving, even if someone is killed. I am sorry. That is the exact reason why he should be charged for poor driving.
Yeah, for manslaughter. Well, they're saying the state doesn't have a negligent homicide law. So
What?
yeah,
Fuck.
yeah, South Dakota.
I don't
South
care.
Dakota. You know, there's a reason we kept up with this story because we knew it'd just get fucked in the end. This guy's family just got fucked because the attorney general was distracted driving, hit and killed a guy.
But he wasn't
biggie.
distracted. He swerved over too much to the right, which
Why?
he was in violation of the lane because he was driving outside of it, and that's how he hit him.
Why was he driving outside the lane unless he was distracted?
Or he was obviously not paying attention to the direction of his car, and he was pulling to the
All
right.
right,
Which
if his phone was locked a minute and 15 seconds before impact because somehow they know exactly when impact happened, the car must register this shit.
I don't know.
He must have been getting a blowy, doing some blow.
Well, you know, I don't see it right here, but
I bet they found.
But the guy said that he didn't realize that he had ran somebody over, right? He thought he'd hit a deer. And the text that I read said, well, he didn't realize that he had run somebody over until he went back the next day to get the car. So he had crashed his car, hit hard enough to where he couldn't drive it.
So
What?
Yeah,
that's what he said. He said he had to go back to get the car. That's when he realized he saw the body.
this is fucked. This is the news you get here on Happy Hour News Team. I want to thank everybody for tuning in for our YouTube special once again because, you know,
Yeah.
I don't fucking know.
Yeah,
I don't even know why the fuck we do this anymore.
I'm not sure, but we do it.
We do it.
Every
and we're going
week.
to continue doing it. I just don't know why we do it. I want
Every
to thank
week.
the wife here. That's my 12-year-old daughter, wife, son, boy,
son,
look
wife.
Boy.
whatever the fuck. And Sanchez and
Me.
everybody else tune in next this Tuesday, I guess. It don't make any sense because we're talking like we're in the future.
We're always into the future.
We put the video out on Sunday, and then
Sunday for the video, Tuesday for
Tuesday
the audio.
For the audio.
I recommend checking out both.
Because you're going to get something in the video you don't get in the audio, which is our faces and certain gestures that we may do, or certain gestures we may not do, because it's all chest up.
Right.
And in the audio, you get stuff you don't get in the video, like certain fucking crazy commercials or ads that we do. We got music, crazy bumper music. It's just, I'm a glutton for punishment.
Yes,
and
he is.
and I love doing this shit. And
also, regardless if you watch the audio, watch the video or just listen to the audio or both, make sure you check in on the website at happyhournewsteam.com, because we give links to all these stories and you can check them out for yourself. And you may think that we're full of shit,
sometimes.
Sometimes we are. I'll be the first to admit.
But the stories.
There's more than one time I've been full of shit up to here.
And happyhrnews@gmail.com. If you want some stickers, if you're scared about giving your address to a fucking couple old guys and my wife, then fuck you.
Yeah, you don't get stickers.
No stickers for you.
See ya.
Hey, baby! Check out this week's special at Shinbei, your #1 gender fluid auction site. All incels get 5% discount at checkout. As long as you're not getting laid, you might as well buy a butt plug or Indonesian sex doll to practice on. Check out our lesbian lovers kit, a double-ended dong with separate remote control. Hey, who's driving this thing? Just log on and get off. Shinbei, a store for degenerates by degenerates.
Shinbei is not a real store. If you are an incel, how about putting in the work and not blaming the rest of humanity for your inability to attract a sex partner, you pathetic fuck.